establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First try, no good. Missed the second as well. Has a chance. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. To Paul. Clint Capella blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Lonzo Ball, his first effort off the mark. To P.J. Tucker. It's Harden. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Drew Holiday. Harden's on him.
Send him down, ice.
Ball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. Passed it off. James Harden fires for 2. James Harden, 2 for 2. That's
He saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. The drive, right to the basket. Clint Capella sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. The monster stuff.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Ball into the front court. Leads a bucket. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Tucker knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Ball. Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Harden with the basketball. Down a point. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Slams it down.
That transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes.
No good and no foul. To Holiday. Ball. And counted at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Houston takes over. Harden. James Harden. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Holiday. A drive-by ball, but he can't finish.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player a short-arm shot.
He made his first effort, but not that time. To Holiday. Has a look. That's no good. To Paul. Harden. Gets it down to Capella. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
Oh, they call him.
Substitutions. New Orleans.
drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Clint Capella swats it.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
It's Capella who clears the rebound. Austin Rivers. New Orleans will take it up to Payton. And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. To Payton. Here's a chance from long range. And the Rockets clear the board. To Rivers. Great feed. Sets it up. Layup goes down. Well done.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
Green with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Lets it fly from long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
That's how he set it up.
To Holiday. Short jumper won't fall. To Holiday. Fires the three. And Drew Holiday. Good on the quick release.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Houston with the basketball. To Capella. Clint Capella. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Holiday. Nothing going here on that drive. Holiday. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Gordon on the drive, but he can't get it to go. He can't get it to go. No good. Time runs out here in the first quarter. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Clint Capella tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Rivers. Down to Fareed. From the painted area, won't go down. Clint Capella. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Green with the basketball. Lead is 2. Going to launch beyond the arc. Drains it. New Orleans has it. Payton. To Stanley Johnson. From long range. Rebound for Capella. To Fareed. He was hacked. They let it go. Holiday. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Drew Holiday against Gordon. Nice pass to set things up. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Up 5. To Payton. No, I missed a short one there. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for New Orleans, number 14, Brandon Ingram.
Has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
The assist from number 4.
And now Houston has the basketball. To P.J. Tucker. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Harden. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Number 15,
Tucker.
and number 1, Iman Shumpert.
James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
And scores at the rim, Jay. Good luck recovering from that.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Payton. Terrific vision. Stanley Johnson, strong finish.
I don't think I could do that.
Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. That won't go. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. And finishes strong. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Paul with it up top. Leads 3. 4-3. Missed it. James Harden pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Stanley Johnson. Capella's on him. To Holiday. For 3. Not getting the bounce. Harden hits the three-pointer.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
New Orleans going to take it up. Hayden
I'm here. I got ball.
to Holiday. Hayden. Harden in possession. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Trying to cash in. The shot no good by Harden.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
assist from number
Paul into the front court. 2-point advantage. Over to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive. Drew Holiday. He's now 5 for 6.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Pelicans have themselves a tie after 2 quarters. Have a look at the leading scores. The Rockets will start the 3rd quarter with a tie on the scoreboard. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Drew Holiday has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
To Holiday. The pass set it all up.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Gets a shot up and a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Ice.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
That no good, off the mark. Holiday in possession. Our score all even in this 3rd quarter. Runners good there.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Rockets have the ball. Sizing up the defense. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Ball into the front court. Leads a bucket. Clint Capella able to recover. Lonzo Ball hits the tough shot. The defender played it well. Lonzo strikes.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Now Paul with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Holiday controls the basketball. He'll run the offense. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Misses the first. Oh, he missed them both. Clint Capella with the block. And he'll head to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Number 2, forced.
First try at the line. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Paul across the timeline. Down 5. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Ball.
Pick up.
In the slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
It's Rockets ball. Paul. Holiday in possession. Leads 5. And finishes strong.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Harden. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Houston, number 10, Eric Gordon. And number 1, Iman Shumpert.
Harden in possession. The margin standing now at 7. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the play on when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
To Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Capella. Clint Capella looking good. 4 for 5.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
It's Pelicans ball. Ball. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Gordon with it. His guys down by 9. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Holiday. Nice pass to set things up. Short jumper stays out. To P.J. Tucker. Brandon Ingram snatching it out of the air. Out of bounds. Last touch by Brandon Ingram. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 13,
Tucker to Rivers. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
I got him. Here we go.
Watch cutter.
To Ball.
I got him. Take mine.
Shaq Diallo. Huge block. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. Tucker to Capella. Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Finish Pushing inside the paint on that one.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Capella. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Clint Capella at the line for 2 shots. A career 48% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Capella. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Slam dunk.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
All right, sit him down.
To Fareed.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Won't go. Holiday controls the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Knocked loose. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Austin Rivers, that's his first personal foul. The Rockets now hold the
3 quarters down. It's been all Pelicans so far. They're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Paul into the front court. Trailing by 15. Fires the 3. Misfires. It's no good. Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Short jumper won't fall. Randall to Holiday. It goes down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Fareed. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary.
Kenneth Fareed, couple of free throws on the way. A career 65% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Tucker knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Knocked loose. Hart sizing up Eric Gordon. Looking for his man. Paul to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
We should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Off the iron. No good. Randle. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Fareed. He gets it.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
To Paul. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Eric Gordon has got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Ingram guarded by Clint Capella.
I got this plan. Let's go.
Great feed. Rises for the slam.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter.
Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game. Number 13, James Harden.
Paul with it up top. Down a bundle. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken by New Orleans. No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Has a chance, and he hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Ball with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Harden to Capella. That one's going to be out of bounds.
Ice, ice.
To Paul. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Ball.
Going up.
Runner's good there. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. To Paul. take stock of the floor.
Shoot that, boy.
Harden. Pelicans have the rebound to Holiday. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Flushes it home.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Lets it fly from long range. He's been waiting a long time for that one to go down.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Fires the three side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
To the rim, lays it up and in. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pelicans dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Rockets did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists.
The New Orleans Pelicans were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Drew Holiday played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose.